and infinite blessings, my beautiful people. Welcome to another motherfucking Roller Reflections. So, I wanted to make a Roller reflection that I really thought I was going to be able to avoid. I didn't really want to talk about it, but my bro, Denzel, Mr. R&B Smooth, tagged me in some shit on Twitter last night that I was like, you know what? First things first, I'm going to brush my teeth. I'm going to put on some Indigo G. And then I'm going to say what the fuck I gotta say. So before I jump into it, big shout out to my sis Lyrical Faith Poetry and her nonprofit, Poetry for Service. She's doing amazing work in New York. She travels around. She's a dope ass poet. So follow her, show love on Instagram, as well as show love to Indigo General, my bro from Harlem. His music is fire. So the Onlyfans culture, alright, I'ma just speak on it because Beyonce's crazy ass done put the shit in a song and now y'all hoes feel validated. I got an issue with it. Now, I had an Onlyfans. I made money from Onlyfans. I was on it for maybe like a month and a half because I wanted to experiment. I wanted to see. I wanted to really see and experience it. And, you know, as a social scientist, I am someone that will, like, put myself up to a challenge and experiment on my own self before I start talking about shit. And now I can talk about the shit. So this video is going to be a little bit longer, I feel like, because I got a couple of points to make. And y'all know I'm excited because y'all see my neck. You see this shit? This is how you know when I'm excited about some shit. So listen. First things first. The perspective in which I am speaking on is a higher vibration, first and foremost. I don't exist in lower frequencies. Once I woke up, I stayed there and I tried to figure out how to get more woke, all right? So once you get woke, you know, then you stay woke, then you get more woke, all right? So I'm at the more woke phase of my life, like of my journey of this time-space paradigm. I'm up here in the more woke. Like, how the fuck can I use everything within me to really experience and create, you know, the way that the Most High put me here to do? A lot of y'all motherfuckers not even trying to get woke. Y'all like being in the world. And y'all need to start admitting that. Okay? Because some of y'all really out here like, OnlyFans saved my life. Like on some like, you know, commercial shit. Like, no, actually, it's validating your instant gratification. It's exposing the fact that you as a woman need fucking money. It's also exposing that you as a man are super fucking lusty and not in control of your sexual energy. That's an issue for me. Now, I do agree that we need to have sexually liberated mentalities where we're not feeling shame around our bodies. We're not feeling shame around the things that bring us pleasure sexually. But at the same exact time that's happening, we also have to maintain discipline because we are still in this world. You cannot share your sexual energy with just anyone because not everyone gives a fuck about you, let alone gives a fuck about your sexual energy. Your sexual energy is the most sacred part of who you are. It's the most sacred part of this realm. It's how life is birthed. It's literally how you got here. If it wasn't for sex, none of us would exist. So sex is something that we have to bow down to and we have to honor and we have to treat with respect. And trying to monetize it is like, yo, like, what the fuck? Now, yes, sex workers have existed for eons and eons and eons and eons and eons. And I don't even know if that has always been a healthy thing. Or maybe it was. But I do know in past worlds that the prostitutes and the women who were actually doing the work were really respected. You know, it wasn't something that you just jumped into and you just did because you could make a fucking account and link your bank account to. No. And once again, shout out to Indigo General because I actually never heard his new track, Nebula's, which just came on. I like how it starts off. This is lit. So, my experience with it, number one, you have to have a following on social media, first of all. And you're not gonna be. I seen a video last night where this woman was like, if I want to be president of the United States, whatever I want to do, I'm still gonna do it. Having this sexual, account is not gonna stop me from doing the things that I want to do. And it's like, but bitch, you're not gonna be the president of the United States though, because you're not even focused on taking the steps you need to do to get there right now. What you're focused on right now is getting fucking money on OnlyFans. You're flashing money on fucking the internet. So clearly your focus is not on becoming president of the United States. And that's the biggest thing for me, is that we are so distracted that we haven't even allowed ourselves to think about what we really need to do to accomplish the things that we really need or we really want and that we're really here to do. Like, you're here to do something, and it's not solely showing your pussy on OnlyFans. And men, y'all really need to fucking chill, because to be honest, the reason why I deleted my OnlyFans is because I lost respect for black men. Straight up. That shit had me tight. Like, you as a black man are about to pay $15. Mine was $15. You about to pay $15 to just look, just for the possibility of seeing me in that way. Then you're gonna pay an additional $50 for a 2-minute twerk video? Why is your money going to these ridiculous sources? It's stupid. Like, it's, as a man, like as a woman, I was like, yo, like I would be livid if I knew that my man was out here spending money on OnlyFans. I would be livid. That $50 could go towards a fucking website. That $50 could go towards LLC. That $50 could go towards fucking groceries. That $50 could go towards taking your lady out. So a lot of these men can't even get sex, because to be honest, a lot of the men who are really on it, they're not having sex the way they want to have sex. And that's the other part about it too. As men, I feel like it's a lot easier for you to sit there and pay money to have, this empty casual experience without actually taking a look at what the fuck is going on in you and in your world, where you're not having the actual sex that you need to have, that you want to have. Married men who are married, who have wives, who are not having the sex they want to have with their wife. So instead of having that tough conversation, they're going out to these outside sources and teasing themselves and jacking off. And then all the cum shot videos that I saw, like, yo, like, you're spilling your seed and only that this much semen is coming out. Because you're jerking off like fucking 4 or 5 times a day. And you literally don't even have any more semen. Your testicles are not producing enough semen. So you're not even in a healthy space. And I don't like that shit. That shit turned me all the way off. Like, as a natural woman that I am, like, my man, you need to have an abundance of semen come out of your penis. Like, if you only have this much semen coming out of your penis, that means only this much is going to make it to my fucking ovaries. That means only this much might actually make it inside of my egg. That means that as a man, you are really not useful to me. And we don't think like that. We're not out here really thinking about how a healthy human experience, what that looks like. You spilling your fucking seed multiple times a day to porn, when it's just porn, is not healthy for your mind. It's not healthy for your body. And ladies, y'all need to just admit that y'all are insecure as fuck when it comes to actually making boss moves in this real world. A lot of y'all aren't comfortable being in spaces where money is in the real money is in the room. You don't feel comfortable sharing your ideas. You don't feel comfortable talking. You don't feel comfortable being who you are. So it's easier for you to be like, oh, I'm empowered now. You are so empowered that what you chose to do with that empowerment was bust your pussy wide open on the fucking internet. And I'm not even gonna hold you, I never even did it. Like, the one video that I had that a couple of people might have of my vagina was me masturbating. That's it. And it wasn't even nothing. Like, that's it. And even that, I was like, all right, I'm done. Like, I'm done. I made money off of it. I was like, all right, I'm done. Because I'm not doing it. I'm not giving men. There's no way you could commodify my vagina. Even the amount of money that you think you're gonna pay, it doesn't even compare to the actual experience of being with me. And the actual experience of being with me is so sacred that only certain gods get to have that privilege. Like, There are men who I really admire and respect who still don't get that energy. Because I know how powerful I am. And until you as a woman truly understand how powerful you are and the things that you could do with your power, like, come on. Come on. Y'all selling yourself short and you're selling humanity short. And not for nothing, I don't want kids and young ladies thinking that the OnlyFans is the goal for them. Because again, this chick was like, bottom line, just get an OnlyFans. And it's like, okay, so you're going to have little ass kids on OnlyFans. Now you're really creating this culture where women are no longer valued for their mind. If every woman has a fucking OnlyFans, at what point does their intellect become the value? Don't make it seem like, oh, you some lit ass entrepreneur. No, you're not. What are you doing to help heal the people? What are you doing for our community? You're not doing shit for our community. Now, if you're using, and I do agree there are certain people, like for example, Professor Gaia, she's lit, always has been lit. Black Dick Matters, always been lit. Black Porn Matters, always been lit. They're on a different caliber. But the rest of y'all fucking, no. Y'all are lazy as shit. Y'all don't want to get up and do anything. And it's easy for you to just sit there and turn on your camera, play with your pussy, get a little fake orgasm, and now you got, a couple $100 from it. A couple $1,000, sure. But even $5,000, $3,000, this chick was like $3,000 a week. So $12,000 a month, that's play money. How did you flip that money into something real? What did you do with that $12,000? Besides flash it on fucking Insta. Like, rich, wealthy people are not flashing their fucking money like that. Y'all still living in lack. You're still living in poverty. You're still living in this space of you really don't believe in yourself. It's kind of simple. It's very fucking simple. And men, the quality of men that you want in your life as a woman are not paying for OnlyFans accounts. They're not. And of course they can understand the logic, right? Like anybody can understand the logic. Like, yes, there's thirsty ass, insecure ass niggas out here. You using your energy to get your fucking money. It's no different than you being a chick that's hungry and using this nigga to go get a meal. It's no different. And I don't have respect for that shit. Because my thing is, if you hungry, feed your fucking self. Or just ask the man to buy you some food. That's what I do. I be like, yo, babe, I'm hungry. Can you okay, what you want? It's simple. Like, y'all, men are very fucking simple creatures. And women want them to be more complicated. Women want them to really come out of a certain space that they have to remain in order to protect your ass. Having relationships with men is not complicated. But you as a woman are not in control of your being. You're not in control of your sexual energy. You want to spill it. You want to just give it and give it and give it in hopes that someone loves you fully and completely. That's not realistic. Only you are going to love yourself fully and completely. And if you loving yourself fully and completely means that now you have this career on OnlyFans, with what intention? With what purpose? And your intention is to get money. And that is a very low vibrating intention. Like when I had it, my intention was to make some money to fucking move. You know what I did? Made the money, moved, and I deleted that shit. Because I was like, yo, there's no point in this. This is stupid. It's fucking stupid. Then you have people who are constantly pulling at you, constantly wanting the next thing. They're fucking addicts. And I am not a drug dealer. I'm not a drug pusher. I'm not trying to, no. I don't have time for that. Because my thing is, while you're sitting on your phone, DM me all throughout the day, trying to get the next pussy play video, my thing is, what the fuck are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your day? What are you doing, ladies and gentlemen? What are we doing? Y'all claim y'all want real relationships, but are so nervous to actually do the work within and without to actually create these things. And now y'all are really fucking it up because now everyone's going to have an OnlyFans. Now everyone's looking at everyone crazy. Half y'all's hoes and whatever, and the other half is just thirsty ass niggas. That's how y'all view each other. So at what point are we going to hold ourselves to a higher standard? I hold myself to a higher standard because I know I want to create something real. And my final thought on it, on the OnlyFans too, which made me delete it, is that I'm an educator. I want to open a school. And I don't necessarily want people to see, like, people who potentially I work with or in my classrooms or, you know, whatever. Like, I don't, my students, you know, the internet is an open playing field. I don't want people to see me in that way. I want to control the narrative of my digital and realistic persona. I have a vision for myself for the long term. And I value that vision. I honor that vision. Do y'all have a vision for yourselves? Do you have something that you are working towards? Or are you stuck in poverty, survival ass mentality? Because that's all that shit is. You made enough money to get through right now, or you got enough attention to get your ass through the fucking corona shit, but then what? And ironically, I watched Players Club for the first time last night. And this idea of, you know, make the money, don't let the money make you. You know, this idea of use what you got to get what you want. That's just some low vibrating, self-deprecating bullshit. It's bullshit. Because really, you could do a lot if you just take the time to research, to learn, to strengthen your mind. Really make the fucking moves and take your losses. Because sometimes you do gotta sit in a low place to get to where you gotta go. There's been plenty of times where I didn't have money. Plenty of times where I was just concerned about what the fuck I was gonna do next. Plenty of times where I was living in that darkness of really not knowing how I was gonna get out of this low place. But I did not reduce myself to that experience. I still maintained the fact that I know if I just stay steady, if I stay focused on spirit, if I do what I have to do, I'm going to get to those higher places. I'm going to level up. But if every time life feels challenging for you, you decide, you know what, let me bust it wide open so I can get this, whatever, or you're feeling lonely, or you're feeling depressed, or you feel you're not getting enough attention, now you want to bust it open so that you can have these fake ass connections. I don't want that. That's artificial to me. I want authentic shit. If it ain't real, I don't want it. And these authentic connections, your fans, they don't fucking love you. And that's just regular. Like, we know that shit. Like, we fucking know that. We know that. And you know that. You playing yourself. You're literally trying to convince yourself that this is okay. You're not naturally called to do it. You see a trend. You see an easy way to get money. And so you're convincing yourself that this is for you. I've had women who have messaged me and who have asked me why I stopped doing it. Because it's not real to who I am. It's not true to me. And I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't have to give you no energy. I don't have to. No one has to do anything for anyone. Especially sharing my sexual energy. Y'all need to get it together. And y'all really need to decide for yourself, what is it that you want out of this life? What is it that you are actually doing with the time that you have right now? Because it is precious, it is sacred, and it is not going to come again. This time will never come again. Ever. And if you spend this time paying for pussy and popping your pussy, that's cool, but what is that investment going to produce for you in the long term? Are you creating more problems for yourself that you're going to have to clean up later? Because you can't delete the shit. Once it's on the internet, once someone screenshots it, it's done. Anything that you put on the internet, you have to decide that this content is no longer mine. Quite frankly, it's getting to the point where y'all bodies are no longer yours. Shout out to Indigo G. I love you so much. In case you have not heard it today, please stay woke about these motherfucking streets. Namaste.